Welcome to the lecture series of Mechanics of Solids. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about Polygon Law of Forces and Graphical Method. Outline of the session. In this session, you will learn about Polygon Law of Forces, Graphical Method. So let us start with Polygon Law of Forces. In this figure, we can see four different forces are there: P1, P2, P3 and P4. Along with the force, the direction of each force is also given. Now, the polygon law of forces can be used when such number of forces are acting on a particular particle. To determine the resultant of number of forces, two different methods can be used. One is resolution of forces and second is polygon law of forces. However, this polygon law of forces method is a graphical method. According to the law of polygon of forces, number of forces are to be represented in magnitude and direction by sides of polygon taking in order, and the resultant of all these forces may be represented in magnitude and direction by the closing side of polygon taking in opposite order. Similar to triangle law of forces, in triangle law of forces only two forces are there and the third side of triangle is the resultant, whereas in case of polygon number of forces can be there. These forces are to be represented in magnitude and direction by the sides of polygon taking in order, and the resultant can be obtained as the closing side of polygon taking in opposite order. So let us see the statement of polygon law of forces. So this is a statement of polygon law of forces. It states that if a number of forces acting at a point be represented in magnitude and direction by sides of a polygon taken in order, the resultant of all these forces may be represented by the closing side of polygon taking in opposite order. Let us see by the drawing. So first of all, the space diagram has been drawn and the Bose notation has been given. Those Bose notation means on the either side of force, capital English alphabet are written like here A, in between these two force B, in between these two force C, D. Likewise, alphabet are written in anticlockwise direction, and now each force is identified by this alphabet. It means P1 force is now force AB, P2 force is BC, P3 force is CD, and P4 force is DA. From the space diagram, this vector diagram has been drawn. To draw this vector diagram, we have started with force P1. It means force AB. So AB line is drawn according to the magnitude of P1 and converted using the scale. So after AB line, now the next force we have to plot, that is force P2, that is BC line. To plot this BC line, the another line is drawn at the same angle theta 1. So at theta 1, this line BC has been drawn. The length of BC line is according to the magnitude of force P2 converted through the scale. Now we need to draw the force P3. So the direction of force P3 is considered here, and at the same angle a line has been drawn, that is CD line, according to the scale and magnitude of force P3. Same way, at theta 3 angle, the next force P4, that is line DA, has been The next force P4 has been drawn. So this is a polygon. To draw this vector diagram, we have taken all the forces according to the magnitude and direction, and these forces are taken in order. Taken in order means at the head of any vector, the tail of next vector is started. So this way, force P1, P2, P3 and P4 are drawn with the magnitude and direction and taking in order. According to the law of polygon of forces, the closing side will be the resultant force. So this closing line AE has been drawn. The magnitude of this line means the length of this line multiplied by scale will give the resultant force, and this angle with horizontal will give the direction of resultant. So this is the law of polygon of forces. Now let us see the graphical method. So here a system of forces is given. In this system of forces, three different forces are there: 60 kilonewton, 70 kilonewton and 80 kilonewton, and the direction of each forces are given. Now we need to draw the space diagram. In space diagram, we need to represent all these three forces by direction in form of diagram using the Bose notation. So this diagram is called space diagram. Let us draw the space diagram first. So this is the space diagram. To draw the space diagram, all these three forces A, B, C, D are drawn according to the exact direction given in the system of force, and the Bose notation has been given. So this diagram is called space diagram. To draw the space diagram, we have to draw all these forces according to the direction given in the space diagram. In addition to that, the Bose notation has to be given. Means between any two forces, English capital alphabet is to be written. So between these two forces, here A, here alphabet A is written, between these two force B, and between these two force C. So now this force, 60 kilonewton force, can be identified as AB. 70 kilonewton force can be identified as BC, and 80 kilonewton force is identified as CA. Let us define space diagram. If forces acting in the given system of forces are represented by direction in the form of diagram using Bose notation, the diagram is known as space diagram. While drawing the space diagram, each force is denoted by English character on either side of the force. So this is called Bose notation. Let us define Bose notation. While drawing the space diagram, each force is denoted by an English character on either side of it. This system is known as Bose notation. The next step is to plot the vector diagram. In order to find the resultant of such coplanar concurrent force system, each force of the space diagram we have to represent it according to its magnitude and direction. Let us draw the vector diagram. So this is the vector diagram. To draw the vector diagram, we have started with the 60 kilonewton force. So with the perfect direction given in the space diagram, the parallel line to this is drawn, which is at theta 1 angle with horizontal. So this is force AB. So this 60 kilonewton force is represented by AB. Same way, other force 70 kilonewton BC and second force 70 kilonewton is then drawn parallel to this line, which is at theta 2 angle with horizontal. Here the length of line is drawn according to the scale and magnitude of this force, which is BC. And the next force 80 kilonewton is drawn with parallel to this, means it is at theta 3 angle from the vertical. So this way, when we draw different forces with magnitude and direction, it is called vector diagram. This is the graphical method. Now let us define vector diagram. To find resultant force of a coplanar concurrent force system, each force of space diagram is represented by magnitude and direction. Such diagram is known as vector diagram. So by drawing the space diagram using Bose notation and vector diagram, we can find the resultant of a system of force by graphical method. So this is all about graphical method. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubt or query, please write in the comment box. Thank you. Thank you very much.